Hey everyone, this is Chicky from Ranchstory, and thank you for joining in. So we're going to go into the game now, and if you have any suggestions as I play, feel free to talk in the chat. I'm hearing Mohawk. Should we go Mohawk? What are we thinking on eye color, guys? I really like the purple eyes. options for hair and eye color.
Okay.
And then we have different voices.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So in the beginning you only start out with these two options. But there are other options in game once you unlock the makers and the story that goes with it.
Okay. Okay.
They're wild. Alright, so my favorite scooter color is the violet. But whoever wants to pick a color, I'll go with that. It's a very royal purple. It just looks really good. be a little sassy. I flew part way. Alright guys, we're picking a name. Yes. Just like Doctor, he was destined to be a rancher. It sounds familiar. Why, yes it is. So this is where you choose whether you're the grandson or granddaughter. Just gonna go really fast and it'll land on one. Sure, why not? Yes. So you have 12 characters when you're naming your farm and buildings later on. You can name your coop and your barn. Ironically, I was named after his cool ranch farm. So periodically you'll get tooltips that will pop up on the screen. These are also stored in the encyclopedia, I believe, and they'll give you little tidbits on how to play the game. We'll look more into that later. because we don't start out with a house first. We start out with a tent. Very cool tent, but still a tent. I think we're good, Victor. Love your tie. Alright, so in the tent we start off with a radio, which is how we get the weather forecast. Thank you, Weather Girl. And then we have the calendar, and it goes over birthdays and festivals. So this month we have the egg hunt on the 15th, the pet derby on the 28th, and we can actually go further and see what happens in summer. We have the summer jamboree on the 14th of summer. And on the 22nd, we have the fireworks display. Autumn, you have the mushroom hunt on the 8th. And the Spirit Festival on the 21st. And then in winter, on the 8th, you have the fishing tournament. And the Snowshine celebration. So that's just the festivals you have in year one, and scattered in between are everyone's birthday in town, so you can just kind of peek at who has what birthday and what day, just in case you want to pop by and give them a gift. And then this is the encyclopedia, and that's where you'll find if you've gotten different, once you collect things, they'll show up in here and give you a little bit of information on them. So you have different categories of everything that you can go through. Help is where you're going to find all of your tooltips that you've already seen, and some of them are ones you haven't seen yet, so those are ones to look forward to. So just in case you click too fast, you can find them again in the encyclopedia. And then this is where you will write in your journal. You get 10 save slots, sorry. So we're gonna save right now before we go outside. There's also an auto save. And you can also save just by pressing plus, and if you're in this screen you can save directly wherever you are. So you don't have to go back to the tent every time you want to save. So you have barn notes, coop notes, and mount notes. These don't pop up until you actually have the barn, coop, and stable. So once you get those, you'll be able to get it in the screen, and also later on, if you have pets, the pet notes will also appear here. So, looks like so Victor told us he'd be back tomorrow, so we're just going to steal some of these wild crops from our own property. So the important thing to notice once you have collected something, if you ship something, it will be added to one of the store's, basically what they sell, it'll be added to it. So, for instance, the wild crops, if I sell these, then they should pop up at the general store to buy the seeds for. So we're going to make sure to sell these, and tonight it'll give me a notice that says these have been added to the general store. Now I went into my bag, I pressed X, and then you go down. So you have tool bag right here. Right now I only have 3 tools. When I'm not using these, I can just pick them up, drop them back into the tool bag, and then I have that open slot for anything else that I want to pick up. So really the tool bag has a few different sections. When it's there, that's a preoccupied slot. I can't put anything else there. So it saves a little bit on space. If you're not using the tool, you might as well put them away if you need to pick up other things. So we're gonna just take out the axe and we're exploring. Oh, look, there's a chicken. I want to tame you, but I don't have a house for you yet, so yeah. Chop down some trees, clear some land for this little guy. Now, as items are picked, or as they fall after you use the axe or hammer, they will just bounce right into your bag. You don't have to worry about gathering them. There's a bit of magnetism going on there. So here's the dilapidated coop. This is what we have to fix up so we can get our chicken in there. So it'll give you what you need. Yeah, those are strawberries. We're gonna go pick those and put those in the box as well, so we get them at the general store. Now, oh, those are wild berries. My bad. You can find strawberries, however. This is another onion. Now, wild berries are not... An easy way to tell if you're going to be able to get them at the grocer or the general store to create more. Some things are just gatherable items. So, an easy way to tell is onion. You can see that it added that second line for quality. Wild berry does not have quality, so this is just going to be a gatherable item that you can ship and use in recipes. And when you sell it, I believe it pops up at the grocery store, which is run by Norman. So we're actually gonna go talk to some people in town. So I want you guys to see some of the people. We'll get back to the chicken. The chicken will be housed. Might have to sleep outside for a night. It's alright. So I like to put away my tools before I start talking to people, otherwise I'm just standing there holding an axe in their home. So this is the Hoof House. This is one of my favorite locations. Reason being, I love Bridget. She is so darn cute. Now, I know people don't like that you can't see, I know there's a lot of discussion about portraits, but the models are very expressive and I love them, so I don't really miss the portraits. Now, you can walk around their house, and we're going to go and get the camera today so we can actually sneak peek all of the things that are around the town. Hoof House has some of my favorite artwork, for animal reasons. So this is the Olive General Store, and they do have signs outside, and it'll give you a brief look over, but you can also go into your bag, and if you go all the way over here, you can actually click on this, and it will give you all the information of everything that's in town and what times they're open and available. So if you are on your farm and you're like, oh, should I go into town today? I don't really want to, I just want to work on my farm. But can I get that tool upgrade? Well, you can go in here and you can find it right here. They're closed Tuesday. So, and some places are always open. So, I know there's been some times where the museum, I've wanted to go to it, didn't check this sheet, and it is closed on Thursdays. And it will also give you a brief overview of where all the characters are at. So you can just, if you have your favorite villagers, you can go locate them in town. So Angela is actually the daughter of Jesse and Simon, and Simon is the one who helped your grandfather when Olive Town was being settled. So you can see all of the seeds. We're actually going to buy some, even though Victor hasn't told us about them yet. I'm going to buy a few, so you can. We want some potatoes, we want cucumbers, so we're just going to go through. There we go. And we want fodder seeds because once we get a chicken, they all take fodder. There's no chicken seed. You want as much fodder as you can get once you get animals of any kind. And you can also get tea leaf seeds and bean seeds. And these, if you look at the descriptions, you can actually see that some of these will not wilt at the end of the season. They can be sown into next season, or they can grow into the next season, and they will not go away. And here's trees. There's coffee, orange, cherry, and fishing bait base. There's actually different types of fish that you can catch depending on what bait you have. And of course the pet things. We don't have a house that can house a pet yet, so. And then of course the other items that will come up later. And of course, once you, not only can you get things such as crops that you can sell, but once you have materials and you ship one of them, it'll appear in the general store lineup. So right now I have a log, grass, stone, and these are all basic things. And you can also get furniture, and once we get the next house upgrade, we can actually place things around our house, and we can pick and choose what you want to really put around your house. And as time goes on, more items show up in the lineup. So my favorite item's not there right now. It usually appears at the end of summer and into fall. So I'm gonna say bye to Angela. Thanks, Angela. Now this is Jack. He's one of the candidates and he's Angela's son and Cindy's brother. So it's 3:10 right now. This is Ro.
Hello.
He is Amelia's brother. We're gonna sneak our way up. There's paths everywhere in Olive Town. I really like going through them all. It's kind of like a tiered town. So you can go up here. Oh, speaking of Ralph, here's his dad, Marcos. So this is the museum. We're gonna go in here because this is how we get the camera. As you unlock new tools, different scenes will play. So you need to know where to get the tools to start off with, and then you can upgrade them as you go. Yes, we would gladly take pictures of those wild animals. Yeah, here's Raina. We're gonna get to talk to her. I'm gonna go behind the counter and talk to her first.
Oh! Hello.
Now, Gloria is the wife of Victor, the mayor of the town. Jacopo is their son. He's one of my favorite characters. And here's Beth. I know she's adorable, but she's dating Lars, and I do love Lars, so I can't say I'm upset about it. Alright, so we have the camera now. I'm gonna put it in my bag. And so you can just go up and down and get to the stuff in your bag instead of having to open up the tool bag every time to see it from this screen. You can just go through here and highlight it, take pictures, and right now there is Beth looking adorable as always. And so in this mode you can actually see details on the walls. So there's Raina, beautiful as always, and Gloria, and fancy artwork on the wall. So really, if you're wanting to appreciate the scenery in Olive Town, go around with the camera everywhere. There are small details everywhere to explore. So I'm going to sneak up here. This is actually where Ralph is residing, but sometimes there's animals that kind of wander around here. Oh, yeah, there's the fox. We're gonna try to get a picture of him. Huh? He's gonna... Now you have to kind of... Huh? What's he doing there? Oh. No, come back. No. I don't want a picture of your butt, but I will take it. So we're gonna press R1 when we get into the shot. Right now he's kind of doing his own thing. Digging on the ground. There we go, we got him. So there's only 10 pictures in your album. And you can go into this screen. We're the next door stranger right now. We can change our title later. You can actually go under here, and as you get more titles, you can switch to them, and it'll put it right there. The camera hobbyist, you know, type of thing. Now, you can see in this pioneering info, it'll tell you what your progress level is, field level. Right now, we don't know much about the sprites. And of course, we haven't had many tourists in Olive Town. That's one of the main goals of Olive Town, to get more tourists. We have no animals, and there are many games to play. So the Pet Derby was one of the festivals. Things like Hammer Strike, Hammer Strike, Digging for Sprites, and Mining Frenzy are all mini games that you can unlock. Mushroom Hunt and Fishing Tournament are like the Pet Derby. They're at festivals. Unfortunately, you can't have a pet fox. As far as I know, there's no pet fox yet. Unsure. So these are all of the titles that you can get. Of course, I love the ones under the animal tab. So I think I often put, like trusted by animals, and of course I've unlocked a lot of those. And yes, it was all within the first year. I really like the animals. This game does a fantastic job on the animals and their models. They're just adorable. You'll see what I mean when we get to more of them. So we have this picture of this fox, and you can actually screen cap this, and then when you don't want it anymore, you can delete it, and it'll put a check mark, and you confirm, and it'll say, do you want to delete this? Well, we're not going to delete it yet, because we're going to donate it to the museum. So we're going to probably have to do that tomorrow, because I think the museum is closed. Let's see. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough time to get down there, I don't think. We can try. Gloria, wait. Don't go home yet,
Hello.
Gloria. So here's where you're gonna donate things. So we're gonna donate the fox. You can see what it is right there. Donate. So we're gonna put a picture up, and we're gonna click yes. Place it here. So they're gonna craft a new sculpture, and right now it's just a fox, placeholder. So we'll be back later. We'll see the progress on that. So we're gonna go talk to Ralph. He's up here, I believe. Now at night he goes home to live with his dad, so okay. He's gone home. So oh, here he is.
Hello.
Ralph. Yeah, I'm Ranch. I live on a farm. So we'll go meet his father real quick, and I want to show the little details in this game are very nice. This is basically it's the carpenter. It's called Nigel's Handiworks. So this is where he lives, but he works, at the top of Olive Town. He also will he will begin to sell things once you've unlocked, for example, the coop, the barn. He'll be able to build it and possibly give you an upgraded version. So you can do like the big coop, the big barn.
Hello.
And so this is where the camera comes in handy, because you can see cute things like this. Now, we never see Ralph's mother, but you can see in this picture on the wall, this is him as a baby, and that is his mom holding him, it seems. So that is one of the cutest details. It really makes you feel like you're part of Olive Town when you can see that they have these little memories on the walls. And of course they can put pictures of what makes them happy in their bedrooms. One of my favorites is Bridget, obviously. She has a lot of animals. Ralph apparently played sports at some time. He has a football right there. So pretty much you can just see all these little things on the wall and around the cabins that really tell you a little bit more about the character that you wouldn't have seen without the camera. Oh, there's Cindy. This is Jack's sister and Angela's daughter. She hangs around Mikey an awful lot, but he's the other kid in town. Now I'm gonna sneak back into Goof House. I know it's late, but I really want everyone to see the wonder that is the wall of animals. Now, these are the cutest pictures I've ever seen. That is a black cat playing. There is the chickens with the little babies and the sheep with the baby sheep on top. And there's an alpaca butt, yes. And a dog. So these are animals that you can get. So they're on the wall, a little sneak peek of them. And of course, in Bridget's room, she has an owl, the squirrel that looks really grumpy. There's a fox picture. I love that. That is just the cutest. One of the rabbits and a goat. And she keeps a little... There is a big giant sprite. I know the lips sometimes are off-putting, but I love them. So you can just kind of sneak around everyone's room. Yes, that's a good thing, Bridget. Everyone needs more animals. And another thing is, we're going to sneak in here. People stand around their bedrooms. That's George, Bridget's father, and also Damon's father. There's Damon as a baby. He is crying. And then you look over here, there's Bridget. Just sleep, cute, little rabbit outfit, vaguely reminiscent of baby outfits from previous games. So... Damon is a little bit of... he's always been a little bit disagreeable, but he's a good guy. We're gonna meet him. Here's Damon. And in his room he has motorcycle, helmets, but he has a rainbow over here and an open road, so he appreciates the finer things in life. So, one interesting thing is, while we don't have a kitchen yet, once you have the next house upgrade, which is a log cabin, you can go to other people's houses and cook in them. I actually, sometimes when I'm running around town, I'm like, okay, I can just use their kitchen. That's okay. Okay, so it's nighttime, but we're still going to keep working because we want to get that coop. So we're gonna just keep going away. And you can tell by the music, it changes at night and during the day. There are also, for certain scenes, you can get candidates' theme songs, and different stores have different soundtracks. So just keep listening in. I'll try to not talk as much so you can appreciate the music, because the music in this game is really good. It's very relaxing. So we do have to be aware of our stamina. You can increase it with eating meals, but right now we can't make meals. We could probably go to the bistro and eat there, or the cafe. And you can see that I have new levels going up. So you're going to find things like that in here. And each level will give you a few more traits, and they'll help you gain experience with that certain skill. So, as you can see, slight boost to logging ability. Logging consumes less energy. So it improves as you achieve each level. Some of them we haven't unlocked yet. We either haven't unlocked that ability or we don't have the tool for it. So once we've done it, it'll appear in that menu. And you can see we just got some weird little egg guy in the corner. I do love the sprites in this game. They're egg-shaped, how can you not love them? As we do different things, we can have a possibility to get a new little egg guy that appears in the corner. Those are the points, and that'll come in handy later. So we're getting really low, and we've just been logging off. So let's double check. Oh, we already achieved it, so let's see if we can get, by tomorrow we'll probably have the coop. And we're getting low on stamina, so now if you notice when I swing this, and I'm not doing anything right now except for just using my tool, it's not removing any stamina. So if you hit something and you're like, I didn't mean to do that, it's not going to penalize you for using it, so that's good. So if you swing too many times, it's not going to punish you for it. And look, now we can break it apart in 2 swings. Yeah, it's almost 1 a.m. At 2 a.m. we will pass out, so we probably should go into our tent and go to sleep. I'm going to go on my little cot. So, and here we go. The general store has expanded its product lineup. Now that should be the onion. And the grocery store has expanded as well. That was probably the wild berry. we haven't gone into the grocery store yet, so we will check that out. So he has given us the hoe, so we can actually till the ground, and the watering can. We already know about shipping items. Sorry, Victor. Oh, darn, I could have taken a picture of those. So you can see that he gave us a well. It's quite impressive that we have in our bag an entire structure, but we can actually place this on the farm now. Later on, you will get the barn upgrade the same way, and the coop upgrade the same way. So all you have to know is once you place it, you can also move it. So if you don't like where you put it, like if I just put it here, slap it down, I do not appreciate that aesthetic, so I'm going to clear away with the B button, and I'm just going to walk off with it. It's still in my bag, I can still just set it down here. So we're going to do a little bit of clearing, so we can make our farm the way we like it. And those little spots that look like wet spots, yes, those are puddles. We can't do anything with them right now, but we can also not till that area, so it's not too long before you can do something with them, so you just work around them in the beginning. Okay, so we're gonna put away our site, and now you can see we have a lot more tools in our little tools selection, and we can grab the hoe, and we're gonna just go to town here. We have a lot of seeds. Ranch is professional, he knows his stuff. Now you can see that we're sowing the seeds one at a time. Sowing seeds is actually one of the skills. So as you improve this, you're going to be able to sow more seeds. So don't worry if it seems tedious in the beginning. Things, as you level up your traits, you really do, it gets easier. Ah, yes, the classic 3x3. I've played a lot of the games, so in my brain I always go back to the 3x3. You can do it any way you want, really. We're probably gonna We're gonna go eat at the bistro today and meet Blair. So these are craftable items, and right now we only have a few. You can make all sorts of different ones to put around your farm, and just to make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Here is a maker. We're going to try to make this. We're making the maker. And we're going to make a wooden toolbox so we can actually store things that we don't want to carry around. But first we have to make this to actually be able to process the lumber. So we're gonna just set that up before we go into town today. So there's a bunch of makers, and I know the idea of having a field of makers isn't pleasing to most people, but you get a lot of space as you play, and you can kind of just tuck the makers away and have them do their thing. I kind of like them. Instead of clicking and doing the same thing over and over, you know, for crafting items, I kind of like collecting things from the makers. So we're going to put that right here, and we're going to do one at a time. Pick up a moondrop flower. Now there are different types of flowers, just like there's different types of crops. This one is not one that if you sell it, it will not be one that you can turn into a field of flowers, pretty much. Flowers do randomly generate, and you can pick them and ship them, and they'll appear at the flower shop. So right now we don't really need those, but he did give us a cherry seedling, so we're going to plant that too before we leave. Okay, so you don't need to till, and when you don't want that there, you can just smash it and it's gone. So we're gonna go So today we will go to Cape Side Bistro, so we're gonna go in.
Hello. Hello.
So you can eat any of these, and as you eat these or eat at these locations that have food, you have an opportunity once you have a kitchen to learn the recipes that are there. So we're going to have So now you can see we have a little bit more stamina. And here's Blair. We're going to talk to her. And we're going to give her a gift. So you can see now that I've given Blair a gift, there is a gift box next to her name for today that will go away overnight, and then you can give her a new gift tomorrow. You can't give 2 gifts in a row. So it kind of pays off to know which is their favorite gifts. And you can see that I don't have any for any of these. And of course we have more people to meet, so I'm gonna go around town, try to meet a few more before we go back to work on the farm today. So here's the grocer, Norman's Groceries. We're gonna go in. It's a Monday, so I don't think he'll be at the counter. Nope. But it'll still give me information on it because it's the first time I'm entering. So this is Sydney. This is Laura's mom. Laura's another one of the candidates that we're going to meet. She's a lawyer. So let's see if we can find Norman. Doesn't look like he's in here. He might be wandering around the town. Some characters walk around during the day that they have off. There's Raoul again. So the first time you talk to people during the day, you can kind of tell that if you've spoken with them before, the music notes will appear. So if you're not sure you've spoken with someone today and you want to make sure you get those extra points in, you can just go up to them. If the music notes don't appear, then you know you've actually talked to them before. We're gonna go over here. Here's Emilio. He's one of the candidates, and he is super tall. I love the tall, the different heights of characters, just, I love it. And here is so we're going to play online.
Hey!
And we're gonna quit because we're gonna just see the loading screens will change. So you can use the camera to see people closer. For instance, this is Laura. She's gorgeous. I love her. This is a tourist. So tourists come in all shapes and sizes. There's children, there's people. Some of them are NPCs, some of them are people who are, if you're connected to the online feature, will be other people's characters wandering around your town. So they'll just randomly comment on things. So this is the Gull's Rest Hotel and Cafe. This is where Sally and I believe, oh, Mr. Lovett, don't leave yet. This is Lovett. He is, if you're familiar with Gourmet, he is the gourmet of the town. He also has a mansion on the other side of town. We're kind of far away from it right now. And he's got a very unique outfit. It's very interesting.
Hi there!
This is Sally. Her daughter is Blair, and her son is Mikey.
Hi there!
We already... Oh. We'll come back. going. He's the flower shop owner, and Lynn is his granddaughter. She's one of the candidates we haven't met yet. And this is Simon, who's your grandfather's friend, and also the father of Angela. And if you remember from the very beginning, he was actually in the first few pictures, so
Ahoy!
you can see a younger version of Simon there. That is, yep, he's the town pirate. So this is just kind of, they've got kind of cute little blue birds of happiness right there, super cute. It's just the hotel where all the tourists will reside. Now, I'm unsure if Blair has a baby picture, but we could go look for it. I'm not against it. Let's go see if we can find it. We might have to sneak upstairs. So we're gonna look around. This is Mikey's room. This is appears to be Blair's room. So we're gonna check out in here. Usually it's in the parents' bedroom. Oh, there is. Oh, how cute. There's Blair. And then there's Blair with Mikey. Oh. And Mikey drawing on the walls. Oh, Mikey. Why'd you do that? And of course, like any good pirate, he's got some photography of a pirate ship. I'm assuming. Might be just a regular ship. So, and during the game, at various times, you might find characters sitting at their table. They eat meals, so they'll usually eat with their families. There's Damon again. We're gonna talk to him again. And there's Jessie, Simon's wife. She's adorable. She's tiny. I love her outfit. So we're gonna go down here and meet Manuela. So right now they're eating dinner, but we're gonna get a cutscene. This is Emilio's mom and Raul's mom. She's giving us the fishing rod. So fishing has changed a little bit. We're going to go test it out. So we're going to talk to them as they eat. We're also going to go find their baby pictures. Okay. Let's check this out. And there's tiny Amelia. Oh, look at him play with his sea creatures. Oh, those are cute. A little turtle. Adorable. It doesn't look like Ro has one. But we're gonna sneak out, and you can see, look at that door, that is adorable. No pun intended. Maybe a little bit intended. So you can see their rooms. Very nice fish picture. Very, very nice dolphin. Oh, he sees me sneaking around. Sorry, Royal, I'll get out of your room. So now that we have the fishing pole, we're going to fish, but not too much because I don't have a whole lot of, well, I guess I have a few spots in my inventory that we have not used, and we still have to water our things, and we did not get enough energy from eating to really use this too much. So we're going to find the empty pier. So some of these piers have ships off of them, so you just kind of have to go around. I see Lynn's grandfather fishing right here a lot, so we're gonna fish here. So you're going to reel it in. So you don't really want to reel it in when it's in green. As far as I remember. Even though green means go, it's still going to go down further. We're going to be aiming for blue. If it's red, you just keep your hands off the line. Blue is really when you want to reel in that fish. I mean, you can reel it in when you're green, but right now, like, with how fast it is and not green, it goes down further. The goal is to get that fish up to the top before your little hook reaches the bottom. So we got a sardine, yay! We're gonna try again. Okay, we're gonna do it in green, up, red, and then we're gonna go. And sometimes you can kind of tell their patterns. Like, I know when it hits green, it's going to go into red soon. Blue is usually right after red. And if you're yellow and you reel it in at the top, it's a good potential to be let, it gets away. So we're gonna go home. So we're going to sell these, and now after you sell fish, they go to the grocery store, so you'll be able to buy them again if you don't want to go fishing that day and you just want to make a recipe that requires one of them. You can go buy them from Norman. So I'm going to just put those away, and we're going to get out the watering can. So we can water all our beautiful crops. And usually you should probably do this after you sow the seeds, but we had to go socialize, so. And of course, as you upgrade your watering can and as you increase your watering skill, you will have an easier time of watering everything. It'll take less stamina. You can water more of it at once, so you don't have to take the time to do this. Like any Story Seasons game, there's a bit of time before that you're lower level. And I see something that is not a weed down there that we're gonna go ship so we can get it to go to the grocery store. Grab water. This is oregano. We're going to go sell it. Bam. And it will be in the grocery store tonight. Hitting the hay a little bit early. Our chicken is still wild, but we will get that chicken, I promise. So, we have a new lineup at the grocery store. We'll probably be able to go there today. It's not a Monday. And so I didn't know this, but Manuela is not Raul's mom, just Emilio's. So Raul just lives with them. That's why we didn't find his baby pictures. So we already know a little bit about the makers. So now you can see that we have lumber, so we're going to put in another log and get more lumber because we want to be able to make this box because I want to be able to store my extra stuff. Some of it you don't really want to sell because you can use it later for things, and you can also store your seeds in it. So we're gonna try to get more seeds out here too, so we have more room in our bag. Of course, you can buy fodder if you don't have it currently. Okay, so we have all of those. Now, as you meet more people, they'll give you, you can see in here, the one on top is the one that you have the most progress with. The one on bottom of the list is the one that, well, you need to work at. Anyways, as you start to talk to them more, their bio might change, so it's worth it to go and look back in here. Sometimes they give you helpful hints about what they like. So, and that's for any of the villagers, it's not just the candidates. So, Raul is Emilio's close friend, not his brother. I'm still learning about these characters, so once I admittedly I haven't talked to them much, so I'm still learning about every single one. So if I'm ever incorrect, my other Ranchstory members will be able to let me know. So just so you know, Emilio is the son of Marcos and Manuela, and Raul is the friend who just lives with them. So, just to correct that. And so, in the beginning, when you're first meeting them, it's a very simple bio. So, you're like, yeah, not much on these, but they do change. And you can see we've almost met half the town now, but we're still looking for people, so... Alright, so we're gonna check and see if we can get this coop built today. So we need more grass. And we need more... this. And this right here, you can see it's different from the weeds. All the weeds look the same, so, well, at least there's different varieties of weeds. So you can usually tell them from the items. You can't pick up the weeds, so you'll be able to distinguish them that way too. And if you see these little baby trees right here, you can smash them with a hammer if you don't want them. It doesn't take any of your energy to smash the baby trees. If you let them grow, they'll get to a certain height. I'll let this one do its thing. And then after a certain point, you'll have to use the axe in order to get rid of it. If it's a smaller tree, it won't take as much energy. But you'll still have to chop it. So, usually if it grows somewhere I don't want it, I'll usually just smash it so it doesn't interrupt my aesthetic. So we're going to get out the safe that we put away. I'll just put it here. And we're going to do more weeds. Clear a little bit more of this land so the chicken has a nice field. He's running around. He's very happy. We're also going to try to take a picture of him. Because he's too happy not to take a picture of him. Alright. Should be ready. So we're going to repair this. And bam, we can name it. Let's see, guys, do you have a suggestion for coop name? I'll wait a moment. A hanger. Yeah, the coops. Oh, Dorito. Oh, I don't know if I can add that. Maybe product placement. Let's do... Let's see... Nacho. Yeah, that one should be good. So, we're gonna go find that chicken now, and we're gonna take a picture of him before we claim him. Oh, you are adorable. Oh, hey. Don't you run at me. Now, it doesn't look, as you can see, there's no blue outline, so obviously he's not one of the animals that they can turn into statue. We're gonna pet him. We have a facility, so we can move him in. Yeah, we're taming you. And we're gonna name you Little Chickie. So... Now, this bell, if you press A on it, you can call them out. If you press A again, they will go inside, but at night they go inside by themselves. So we need to get fodder because we don't have any. And you can do this in the first year if you have some of your skills built all the way up. You can put a automatic feeder right here. So I usually, obviously, I focus on the animals a lot, so that will automatically dispense food into that bin for you, but until then, you actually have to go and make sure it's inside the trough so they don't starve. We're gonna place that royal fern in here so it goes to the grocer. Oh, we already had one in there. Found two. You can actually not hit animals with tools. Thank goodness, because it really made me sad if I did it in other games. Oh look, we just saw you guys in a picture together. Where are you running to? They do run places if they feel like they have to get there fast. So... And you can also leave them out in the pasture and they will automatically be fed, the animals. So you really need to make sure they are fed on rainy days. Now you can see all of the things that we put in the box will start appearing in here. So like there's a fish. And there's the oregano we put in the other day. Of course, other villagers will come in. You can also not hit people with tools, so...
Ooh.
We're gonna go meet Clemens. So this is the tool shop. You can upgrade tools. And, oh darn, we missed Clemens. It must be Tuesday. Yes, it is a Tuesday. Goodness. Okay. So this is another example of you should probably look around the room. See a goose's dog. Oh, there's Lynn. So there's different things you can interact with around town. So it's not all sitting, but there are different things, and here's more tourists. So this is the flower shop. This is Lynn. You can marry her. She's one of the candidates. Very cute.
Oh.
So you can buy flowers and raise them on your farm. So we're gonna a little bit less. Now there are things that you can paint and they'll turn different colors, so you get different color of dyes. Right now in the store you can only buy red, blue, green, and yellow. So there's different furniture. You can also do certain things that you craft. You can paint different colors. You can make bouquets. You can make perfumes. You can also have perfumes be made on your ranch with makers, so you have to unlock that. And they also, a few of the stores sell furniture, so you can go through and buy those. Once you have a bigger house, you can actually place them. So we've almost at this, obviously there's some places, as you go along and follow the story, you can improve the town. So one of the stores isn't or two of the stores aren't available in the beginning, well, the very beginning. You can usually unlock them by summer or fall. This is Lars. He's dating Beth, and he's the little brother of Clem. He's funny. I like him. So I think we've almost met everyone in town. Oh wow, we haven't. We're missing a few. Okay, so there are some people who haven't moved here yet. Let's see. We should probably go to Lovett's mansion. It's right off of here. It's Gourmet Palace. Lars is great. I love Lars. So you can leave dishes and then have Lovett judge them, pretty much. Of course, he's got this great picture of himself wearing his lettuce. I'm not sure what that is, but... And then here's him enjoying an apple, looks like. Very interesting. So we're gonna click on Deliver Dish. Obviously we can't make anything yet, so there's all the things that he's currently requesting. Those will probably change as you submit more. So we're gonna go find out who we're missing. Let's see. We haven't seen... Let's see. He's one of my favorite characters and I have not found him. Oh, there's Mikey. This is Blair's little brother. He can't really shoot lasers from his eyes. There he is. This is Victor's son, Victor and Gloria's son. He has a lot of funny scenes as you get to know him. Oh good, he likes me. So as you talk to people, you can unlock scenes. You can usually tell when you're close if you've got near to a full heart. Obviously candidates will probably have more, but villagers do. And usually all of them involve other villagers participating in the event. Some of them are single. I'm gonna go in here and talk to Blair. She's very cute. You get to see pictures that people have taken. That one was of 2 cats playing. If you have more than one pet, they actually do interact with one another. So it's very cute to watch. I wish I could find that little squirrel guy. You know, he is usually very easy to find. He's always hanging around your farm. I suppose I might be scaring him. He might be hiding. So another thing we're going to try and unlock is this bridge right here. So it leads to another area, and as you go you'll unlock new areas and you have to repair the connectors to them. So you can request to work with materials. As you can see, we only have one of the 15. And you can request work with money, which we don't have the 5,000 yet. So once you've completed that, it takes a little bit and it will be fixed and you can go across it. We're gonna keep doing this. And of course you can also get more than one machine and keep doing that. So as you can see, as I do more things, I unlock more craft recipes. So I believe the fodder rolls was probably when I unlocked the coop. I believe some of them are tied to the skill level too as well. And we should probably also go into the mines now, because there are things in the mines that we have to cover. Just trying to get my box unlocked. Having a toolbox or a storage box is really a necessity for when you can do bag updates, and you can carry around more things. You can see in this menu you have 2 more rows, but in the beginning when you don't have the money to expand your bag, it's a good thing to have the storage boxes. Oh no, I missed him again. Goodness, that little squirrel is so quick. Sorry guys. I was in the zone, just smashing the rocks. Forgive gonna go sneak up on him again, see if he's over there. Let's see if we can find the little guy. Oh, there's our chicken. And you can actually peek. Across the way there is that cow, and we're gonna make him a friend too. And right there are the strawberries. I believe those are the strawberries. Oh, there he is. We got him! Yes, that's my friend. So we're gonna, oh, it's too late to go to the museum today, but tomorrow we'll go drop off that picture and see if our fox is ready to be turned into a statue. So one of the reasons I'm not going into the mine right now is because you really don't have a lot of room for stuff until you get more. Like, I only have 3. I don't want to sell the things that I have yet. Oh, I scared him again. Poor little guy. Now, I don't have food for you, but because he's grazing outside, he should be okay. Tomorrow we will have an egg. And you can see he just walked in by himself. So you don't have to worry about your animals getting hurt by any wild animals at night because they return to their houses by themselves. So we didn't plant our flowers yet, so let's go do that. Try chopping down a tree. Might not have enough stamina, but we're gonna do it anyways. And we passed out. So this is what happens when you pass out. It just goes to the next day. So you can see, because I passed out, there is no doctor to, you really just wake up in your own tent. Find those little birds. There they are, little guys. They are so cute. Look how round they are. I love them. They hop. Oh, the animals are so good in this game. Greatly appreciated. So, when you pass out, sorry, the birds got me a little bit distracted. You just end up in your house again. And one thing about it is that you will lose stamina the next day. You can see I didn't start out with my full stamina. So you really have to be careful and watch your stamina. See how much you have before you're just going around working away. So you can see the chickens here. There's a little chickie. Very happy. Now, if I want to see, there's the egg. If I want to see more about Chickie, I go to the coop notes. And remember when I looked in my in the books inside the tent, which will always stay with you regardless of if you update your home or not. You can also look at stats from inside there. Well, this is where you can see it when you're in with the animal. And you can see this is generation 1. I already have a heart with little Chickie. And they each have personalities, and as far as I know, the personalities are, I'm not quite sure. You don't lose money if you pass out. So we're gonna run through the birds. Oh, they're gonna be so upset. So our crops are doing nicely. We're gonna water some. You don't have to water trees. They just keep growing, and eventually you can get the crops from them. There are different personalities for animals and also pets. So the animals in your barn and the pets and the mounts. And one of them is lonely. And it makes me feel bad, so I always have my pet follow me around. Because I'm like, I don't want you to be lonely. So we're going to take some of the stuff that we picked off of the farm, random gifts from the ground, and we're going to go give them to villagers and see their reaction. I always sell my sap, and I'm going to sell the egg as well, so we have something that we're selling. And before I leave, I'm going to go grab another one of these. We're just going to keep putting those in there because we're 10 away from getting the bridge fixed. So there's a bunch of different wild animals, and depending on where you are in town and what time of day it is and where you are on your farm, they'll appear. So you really have to be conscious of your surroundings. If you're like me and get in the zone with clearing your land, you might miss them. If you're running and you run right at something, it will run. So you kind of have to be like, do I have to go slow there, just so I don't scare it. There's Blair again. Here, have a flower, Blair. Oh, guys, you're watering. So today we're going to go to the museum. We're also going to go to... Oh, it's a Wednesday, so we can't see what the cost of expanding your house is.
Hello.
So we're going to donate our photo. So that's a squirrel. We're going to put him in here. Oh, and our statue is done for the fox. Oh, it's so cute.
Hello.
We're going to donate one of the sparrow. So we're going to go out. We're going to go in here and we're going to go see. So you can see a little bit of information. And as far as I know, you can go here and see. We're going to buy. Oh. You know what? I want one. It's not practical, you know, my first year, but I'm going to get it. Everyone needs a cute fox statue. So once you buy the statue, it appears in your bag, and I don't believe I can actually put it anywhere except for inside my house, which in the tent I don't think you have any. Oh, that's cute. Jack and Cindy. So I'm gonna try. Oh, I can put it. No, I can't. So we're gonna go inside the tent owner. I'm just curious because no, see, there's no area to put it, but if there was an area available to put it down, it would be yellow and you could select it. So I now have a fox statue in my backpack taking up space. So, we're gonna see. Now if you sell it back, it's not going to be as much, but you can sell the furniture that you buy. So if you don't like something, you can just sell it again. And we're gonna do something a little bit. We're gonna put away all of this, and then we're gonna go into the mines because I'm curious. So the only two tools that you really need for the mine, or any of the mines, there's a few others, is the hammer and the hoe. So the veins in the walls are a little bit reminiscent of Trio of Towns. Going down into the mines. So sometimes the way down will appear, sometimes it won't, and you'll have to find it. Usually it's not going to be against a wall, is what I've learned. It'll always be one of the rocks in the middle of the room. So you can see we got something from one of those. We got the raw white opal. Look around a little bit. So the further down you get, the more of a chance that the level will be bigger. And if you're at a mine that is higher level, oh, got a cutscene. Gave us gift. So there's only 10 floors in the first mine. So we're going to sell this raw white opal. Later on in the year, you can, the further along you get in your mining skills, you can unlock the maker that will help you turn it into the white opal. So we're going to sell both of those. And we're going to go to work on this farm a little bit. Where is my chicken? Chicky, get out of here. Oh, there he is. So far away. So as you can see, we're slowly unlocking more things. We have the thread maker, which we're going to try to unlock right now. I'll show you how that one works. So we're going to build it. We have the mayonnaise maker. And we have another type of storage box. So thread is actually created using grass. So once you get thread, eventually you can turn thread into cloth. So that will be used alongside money to design new outfits for your farmer. We're actually gonna set up a separate. And just so you guys can see we're gonna create some of the stone items so you can see a little bit of how you can change the looks of your farm. So we're gonna... So there's all sorts of different types of fences you can unlock, and as you go along you can create more. There's brick, stone, wood. Just making a little area for my makers. So now we actually get some info on those little odd creatures running away, the little eggs. I call them eggs. They're not really eggs. Those are sprites. I love watching them run away. They disappear. They're so fast. As you can tell, I'm a fan of the sprites. There goes one. So occasionally things will pop up on the shores, and you can collect them and sell them. Oh, that was the squirrel.
Hey! Mm-hmm. Hey!
Save one or two. Save. Save the dates. Sell those two. So we're gonna go look in the encyclopedia again, so you can see a little bit more now that we've actually fished. So you can go in here and see a little bit more about each of the things you caught. and it will show the largest and smallest size you've caught, so you can keep track of your records. You can take things out of the shipping box until you go to sleep. And the good thing is you can keep putting it in the shipping box until 2 a.m. Well, when you pass out. So as you can see, it's raining today, which means my chicken is not going to be able to graze in the field. If you try to call out your animals during a rainy day, it gives you a, you can't call your animals out, that would be mean. So you have to have fodder in their trough before you go to sleep for the day, otherwise the next day they won't give you an egg or milk, or they won't produce wool. So we're gonna have to go to the general store and purchase some fodder, because I don't believe I have any ready in the field. Go with number 3. I love Jacopo. He's great. So now, I believe it's closed today, so I can't turn it in. Yes, it's closed Thursdays, but I have 2 fish in my bag to put in the aquarium. So we're gonna go... I believe we haven't met Clemens, so let's go to So Clemens is super tall. This is Lars' brother. Clemens is great.
Hey.
So he's going to be able to upgrade not only your tools but also your bag. And I'm going to go through all of them so you can see what the iron level tools cost and what you need. So not only do you have to pay for it, but you also have to provide him the materials for it. And as you can see, he requires some lumber and also iron ingot. So you're going to have makers to do those or create those materials. You can't buy them from any store. Now the big bag, I could technically get it, so I'm gonna get it. So, I've already been through their house. We're just gonna sneak out. So we're also going to see what you need in order to build your first log cabin. So once you upgrade your tool, you actually, it stays the same tool. So this is Nigel, and as you can see, because I had the well in my backpack, I now can buy a well, and I also can buy a coop. Because I have a coop on my property, I can also now develop my coop. And if you select big coop, you will get a big coop and you will keep the smaller coop. It won't upgrade the coop that you have. Expand house. So this is what we need in order to get the log cabin. It's not pricey, and when we first harvest everything, it's going to be enough to get it. So, and you can also buy furniture, so you can, these will change, and things like the bookshelf, you can actually change its color. And if you can change its color, you can read the description and see that that is possible. You can also, after you've painted something, one of the corners, I'll show you later, one of the corners will be the color that you painted it. So you'll know what you painted, even if it's stored away in a storage bin. So we're going to go and make sure we have keep making more lumber so we can get that bridge built. I'm gonna chop down more trees too. Oh, and we didn't get the fodder. Silly me. So you can always go back to town. It's no big deal. It's just a little late. Yeah. Gotta feed my chicken. I don't want to forget little Chickie. So thankfully it's not a Tuesday.
Ah.
And fortunately we have enough money just for one piece of fodder. So my favorite non-candidate for marriage is Patricia. She's really sweet. Thank you for the egg, guy. Go. So happy. So we're gonna sell this egg. One thing about the villagers is, as you get to know them better, you really find out more about them and their ambitions and their ties to other villagers, which I find really fascinating. So we've cleaned up our field a little bit. We're going to go check the lumber. I think we can get this. We're almost done with this, so let's just keep plugging away at it. And I think we can get the bridge built, and I can go see that cow across the way. I'll admit my favorite part of the game is anything animal related. I love the photography aspect of being able to see all the different scenery related things in Olive Town, including the wildlife. Yes, actually, if we go up, that's who I haven't visited yet. Thank you for reminding me. We're gonna go sell this, and we're gonna go meet Hurry. I love Bridget. Bridget is, she is a really good character. Her love for animals is just really, really good. So, Ari is all the way up here. This is his house. As you can see, it's very far away from the... I mean, I think it's even... Oh, it's about the same distance as Ralph's. So, here you can see he's talking. I sneak around his house. Now, I don't believe he has a baby picture for us to look at. We can take a peek around. I don't remember it. There he is. Oh, where are you walking? You're leaving. He doesn't like being in front of the camera. As you can see, he's looking at me. He's like, why are you watching me? Okay, let's look around. I'm not seeing any baby pictures. This is his retainer's room. Maybe it's in here. Nope. No baby photos. He is. You can marry Ayori. He has a very pretty house. It's right by the mountains. And as you can tell, when you go down to the bottom of the town, I don't know if anyone's noticed this from other streams, but if you look, the reason the town is built like this is because it's kind of built nearby a mountain. So it's built going up with the land. And so the farm itself is kind of like at the bottom of the mountain. And as you unlock more areas, the terrain, you can tell, is a little bit different. So we have... we're almost there. Oh, we are there. Okay. So we're going to request the work with materials. So once you request the work, you're going to have this little caution area. And there's my friend the cow. I want him. With the little bell on his tail. It's so cute. So this takes a few days depending on what project he's working on. Things like structures such as the barn and the coop are relatively quick. You can just set them up right away. Your house, right after you get it done, it's upgraded. So it just depends on what you're constructing or repairing. So we're going to make one of these, ingot maker, because we want to upgrade some of our tools eventually. So I like kind of sectioning off everything that I have. Obviously I don't have enough road to put, but I'm going to start making a path right here so no weeds grow. Clear a bit more. So there are, as you unlock more areas, there's going to be trees and weeds native to that piece of land that require upgraded tools to chop. However, you can still use your current axe to chop them. It'll just take a very long time. Going very low on our energy here. Let's go to, I think I want to go to the cafe. I guess the cafe is not open. I'll have to go to the bistro. We'll see Blair again. We have about another 20 minutes. We'll probably get in the museum. Oh, Laura.
Hey! Hello.
Oh, we have no money for food. I guess we'll have to call it an early day. I know, it's too late for pizza. Darn. As you can see, some of the pictures, you can get creative with how the villagers are hanging about. So, really, the camera aspect of this game is just really fun. It opens a lot of opportunities to be creative. He works hard. Ranch has to build up that cool ranch, you know? Clemens is gonna give you one of my favorite tools. So, the bucket is one of the tools that you can use to get rid of those little puddles. And you can find clay and other items inside the puddles. So, I don't know, Victor. I don't know if I want to help. Of course I want to help. I'm cool, Ranch. So the bulletin board is, we haven't been in the town hall yet. It's where Mayor Victor usually hangs out in his office. Oh, there's a good picture of Ari. Oh my. Yes, here is our bridge. Look at our fancy bridge. So now that we have unlocked, we're gonna go meet our cow. And we're gonna get out my favorite tool, the bucket. I love the bucket. I don't know why I love the bucket so much, but I really enjoy doing this. I have so much clay, I don't know what to do with it. I've started making a lot of stuff out of clay. It's just fun, and it's relaxing. I like the sound it makes. So as you can see, we have all these turnips ready. We're probably going to be able to afford the house update, so we might get that in before the stream ends. I'll sell everything, including my flowers. And we'll go across the way and see if we can get more items. So now that you have clay, you can make this. And once you make 10 of these, you can do... Oh, you don't have it yet. Darn. Oh, we'll unlock it eventually. You can usually make a storage container for it. And obviously we're going to need more fodder, so we'll stop by the store again today. Oh, we already have been using the bucket. So on this land, over there we only found puddles. Over here we're going to find giant, puddles. They're called ponds. And there's strawberries. We can sell those and get the seeds to show up. But anyway, so we'll find one of the puddles. Where is one? Yes, this is a giant lake. So to purify the lake, we need to drain it first. So you can, eventually it'll unlock once you empty more puddles, you'll unlock it's basically a pump, and it'll take the water out of the lake, and it's fueled by coal. So as you do that, you'll eventually, oh, here's one. So here's the little pond I was talking about. But as far as the lake, once you have that empty, you'll find treasure in the bottom, and then the next following rain, it'll fill up with pure water. So you basically clean it up. So we're gonna empty this, and we're gonna put the chest at the bottom. And then we can get these museums here as well. So we just got a time-worn object. These are what you give to Reina to identify. And she'll appraise it, and then she'll give you back an item. Sometimes she gives you back things that are materials, and sometimes she'll give you back actual artifacts, so you can donate them to the museum or sell them. And to get rid of this, you just hammer it away, and it doesn't take any energy. So these are buttercup flowers. Once I sell one of these, it will be available at the flower shop. The same goes with the strawberries. and the mushrooms. This little area right down here, let me grab these strawberries. Yes, see, we can do more than one now. I'm so happy. And the sprinkler, oh my goodness, I love the sprinkler because sometimes I just don't want to water things. That sounds lazy for a farming game, but the sprinklers really come in handy with you can get more time in your day when you have something else watering your plants. So this right here is a mushroom log. So once we get the materials to build this back up, when we sell these, we can get seeds to make more mushroom things. And of course, we don't have a barn ready for this cow. So this right here has to be repaired. We need solid lumber, which comes from these trees. And we need iron, which we're already gathering from our maker that we set up over here. See, it's already producing. So here's my box. There we go. So now we can store things. I'm going to set that right here, and we can finally put away some of the stuff that we have. So I'm going to put away my clay, my lumber. I usually keep the things that I have in my bag for if I'm putting them in to get more items. I usually leave the stacks in my bag. Now you don't have to carry them around. You could always just put them back in like that. But we'll need all these today. We're going to sell a few, and then we're going to give a few as gifts. So let's go to town. So we're going to go to the museum real quick.
Hello.
And donate our fish. Oh, kitty. So we just pick a container, put them in there, and then we can go visit it later.
Hello.
So now we're going to get our time-worn object appraised. It'll take a second. And we have lumber. So we didn't get an object this time, but some of them turn out to be objects. So now we have a squirrel and we have a sparrow statue. Look how cute they are. Okay. So we're going to go visit the general store and grab some more fodder.
Ah.
chicken. So you can put up to 10 pieces of fodder in this bin. Before you get the automated feeder, you're not going to be able to... Yeah, you just gotta keep going back and checking the bin. So I'm going to cut this grass. Now notice that this grass is not the same as the one that we got over on the other side of the bridge. This is a new type of grass, and which means it's a new type of thread. And over on this side, we're gonna go peek real quick. Look, there's another mine. So we're gonna go in here real quick. I want to show a little. So there's a thing called baddies, and if you played the earlier games with the mines, that there were moles that you had to hit with hammers. Baddies are kind of like those. Oh, they're exactly like those, only they can hurt you this time around. So you can bop them, and then they'll give you sometimes an item. So we're gonna try to. There we go, we got them. So they gave me a time-worn object. So we can keep bopping them and receiving those objects, and then we can give them to Reina, and she'll identify them. And this mine is a little bit different from the other one in size. And oh look, we found a vein in the wall. So we can... Veins, just like in Trio of Towns, different things will pop out when you hit it. And as you can see, we have a coal lump. So now, I believe eventually we'll learn the recipe for turning that into coal, which can be used in the pump that we'll use to purify the lake. So all of these things lead to different uses, and you just have to, once you have the recipes and you figure out how to use them, it's really quite fun putting everything together. Okay, since we don't have much time left, we're going to leave the mine. And I'm going to try to do a few other things before we conclude our stream. Now this is another example of a flower. This one you can grow yourself. This one you cannot. Coincidentally, once you get the dye maker, you can't turn this pink cat flower into a dye, but you could turn the buttercup into a dye. So you just have to be kind of on the watch for flowers that you want to make sure you put in the bin so you can get them at the flower shop later. I'm gonna sell all these strawberries. See if we can, and of course we got glass as well, glass rock, which we can turn into glass later on. And we're gonna go to sleep real quick. I'm gonna try to, I wanna see if I can get the house to unlock so you can see the cabin. we do have enough money for the cabin now. So the cabin required wood, so we're gonna go get more wood. Of course, I put some in the box, so I'm just gonna grab that again. And we're gonna put away the coal and the time-worn objects because we're not gonna go back to town for that yet. So let's go chop some wood. We'll call out the chicken. And see, this is where I mentioned those trees before. I can no longer hit them with the hammer to get rid of the bigger trees. Now I actually have to chop them down. So you just have to kind of be aware of what you're allowing to grow and what stage it is, because it gets harder to get rid of it once it gets bigger. Just gonna grab all these. Oh no, we don't want to chop that down. That's our fruit tree. Of course, I chopped it once. It's not going to hurt it. Okay, so I think I almost have enough to go upgrade our house. Alrighty, and if you look at our fodder, it's not quite done yet, so it's almost there. Let's sell all this, and we're gonna go to town. Now, there is an olive tree. It's in a different season. Olive Town does have olives. You just have to bring the olives into town. Okay, so we have to wait. Oh, we don't have to wait. It's open at 8.
Hello.
Here we go. We'll end our stream with seeing the cabin. You're very welcome. I'm glad to share this with everyone. So now cooking is unlocked, and you can buy that. Alrighty, that concludes our stream. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it.